Let's take it full frame.
Full Frame, a new weekly hour devoted to big names.
I've been incredibly lucky, and I feel a sense of responsibility.
You want to have as many perspectives as possible in order to get to something that you think might be true.
Embracing big causes.
Vaccines save millions of lives.
Focusing too on trends in film, the arts, living.
Learning to be creative within the confines of our limitations is the best hope we have to transform our world.
Providing creative, global angles on people and the world they live in.
You know, by just being as human as possible, you can really connect with people.
We'll see you next time.
Full Frame from Los Angeles, a new production from CCTV America.
You've heard the expression that dogs are man's best friend, but there is mounting evidence that other animals, cats, horses, and dolphins, to name a few, that also provide physical and emotional benefits that go far beyond companionship. Known as animal-assisted therapy, some animals are used to help diagnose illness. Others protect people from complications from medical conditions like epilepsy and seizures. Then, there are some who help patients cope with emotional and psychological trauma. As Full Frame contributor Sandra Hughes found out, we're just beginning to discover the extraordinary benefits of the human-animal connection. Dr. Amber Anderson is the medical director and owner of Redondo Veterinary Medical Center. She's also joining us. She's seen countless examples of how the human-animal bond enriches health and heart, both among common house pets and some surprising exotic animals as well. We want to welcome all of you to Full Frame. Thanks so much for coming in.
I find that the human-animal bond is really a unique and sacred bond, and we've relied on animals since the beginning of time for transportation and food and clothing, and now we're really beginning to find the significant benefits that they have on the emotional, the psychological, and the physical health of people.
And you look at the two of you, and this dog's got to be the happiest animal on the planet. I just
Or we are.
Yeah, and you, well, that's the
And
point, though,
we
isn't
are
it?
too.
Yeah. So, Amber, what's the answer?
There's been numerous research articles that have studied this in depth and been published about it, and I'm not sure that we really have the answer figured out yet. I think it's an area that we definitely need more exploration. So whether it's increased endorphins or oxytocin or decreased cortisol levels, there's some scientific explanation that we're still discovering, I think, behind it, but it has been proven to help numerous health conditions, lowering blood pressure and improving pain management, and also in the mental health field with depression and anxiety and things like that.
But does this have an impact on the animals themselves? I mean, it seems like I know, and the reason I ask that is I have friends of mine who are therapists, and
Sure.
they go to counseling sessions
Sure.
to kind of, because you're bringing in all this stuff.
Absolutely.
If you're in a session and everyone's kind of dumping on you, even if you're a dog, it can be pretty heavy, can't it?
It can be at times. I mean, I think that many animals, they just like the companionship of people regardless of what it is. They love the attention and they love the engagement. But, we do need to make sure that these animals that are being utilized for animal-assisted therapy have downtime, okay, that they have stress relief, that they have the ability to go and play and, get kind of outdoors and make sure that their self and well-being is okay too.
We're talking a lot about River, because River's the star of the show. I mean, what a great dog. But what I find interesting about this, and maybe you can talk a little bit about it, you can see dogs, but I've seen cases where animals you wouldn't even think of are used in therapy. I mean, give us the range. What are you seeing?
We've had some really special and unique animals used in therapy. So in South Africa, they're currently using elephants for children who are blind, and they help with the tactile sensation with it, and then the children sometimes are encouraged to go do other things out in their life. And in places like Israel and Australia, they're using dolphin-assisted therapy, and the children actually get in the water with the animal, and they're finding that it improves motor skills for for people suffering with, cerebral palsy or things like that. So, and then finally, a really unique one they were doing in London with group therapy for people with eating disorders and addiction problems, and they had used a snake in the group therapy session.
Wow.
So the snake decided to slither around and visit everyone, and some people relate better to the scaly snake than they do to the fuzzy cute animal, so there's really an animal for any type of person.
Yeah, I would not volunteer for that one.
No?
River I can handle.